Howard Montgomery is starting defenseman. Bailey in net. Coming off a 3-3 tie up at OMG. Hornets looking to get back in the win column tonight against Shakopee Gray. And the puck drop, controlled by Shakopee. They quickly enter the zone. Shots wide. Long rebound. Dangerous rebound off the boards. Cleared by Montgomery. Shane digs it out of the corner. Flips it up. Farrell comes in. Farrell battling along the boards. Shakopee dumps it deep. Montgomery gathers. Fish up the board. Long shot. Shane's able to knock that one down. He's got a breakaway. Shakopee giving chase. Shane, saved by the goalie. Shane gathers it back. Tries for the centering, intercepted by Shakopee. Shakopee looks to counter. Good play by Jordan Dish, knocking that one down. Jordan turns with it on her backhand. Gets it through over to the forehand. Good puck presence by Jordan Dish. Farrell gets it. Chips it back to Jordan behind the net. Shane on the forecheck. Shane goes in, little backhand, stopped by the goalie. 2 early saves by the goalie. Stokes and Howard in for the D. Riley Anderson in it forward. Shane gathers. Little sauce pass over to Malman. And that one gets chipped up off over the glass. Out of bounds? Is that a thing in hockey? Tony Montgomery throws them a new puck. So we've got Anderson, Hamilton, Malman at forward, Stokes, and Lockhart in at D. Hamilton fights for it behind the boards. Shakopee's able to clear. Shakopee deep. Malman looking to forecheck. Good pressure by Edina forwards. Hamilton comes up with it. Looks to flip it back to the defenseman. Nifty stick work by Riley Anderson. Malman drops it deep. Hamilton battling along the boards. Shakopee tries to chip it up. Good block by L. Lockhart. Keeps it in. Hamilton dances along the blue line. Hamilton trying to get the shot. She's able to put it on net. Goalie blocks it. Good shot by Malman. Goes high. Over the net. Off the board. Stokes gathers. Tries for the wraparound shot. Shane in. Shane's shot goes high. Long shot. That'll be short of icing. Stokes, long pass up. Lauren Lammels there. Not sure what happened on that play. Is that offsides? I didn't see an offsides, but... Oh, no, got a penalty. Might be too many on the ice. Yeah, unknown penalty. No indication from the refs on what that penalty was. but we'll take it. Power play, 2-minute power play with 11:53 left in the first for your Edina Hornets, 15UB. We got Montgomery and Howard out there at D. Lommel, Dish, and Shane at forwards. We have a one-player advantage. Shane dumps it deep to Dish. Dish battling. Shane on the forecheck. Montgomery pinches up. With a physical bump action there. Montgomery comes out with it. She shoots it. A little wide right. Over to Shane. Shane chips it to Dish. Dish back to Shane. Shane moves. Pass to Dish. Dish. Oh, Dish had it on her stick. Blocked by Shakopee. Nifty play there by Shane and Dish, though. Good passing. Shane gets it. She chips it deep. Lommel gives chase. Dish in to help. Lauren Lommel gets the puck. Oh, and good exit by Shakopee. Good play by the defender. And we will get an icing. Boy, that just had to bounce. One of the longer icing plays because that just bounced along, but eventually got there. So with 51 seconds left in the power play, Edina gets a fresh set of legs. We got Stokes, Lockhart, at D, Farrell, Hamilton, and Mullman in at forwards. Hamilton with the face-off. She's able to block the player, battle for the puck right around the center dot, or the face-off dot. Oh, and I thought they were going to give it to us, but that looked like it exited. Get an offsides, face-off outside the zone. Hamilton kind of pins the player back, which lets her teammate get the puck. So nice play by Addie. That's back to Stokes. Stokes gathers it in her zone, off the boards. Hamilton with the forecheck. Hamilton again there with some pressure. Farrell gives chase. Shakopee dumps that deep. Stokes has it with time. Head up. She's looking. Flips it back. Farrell go to dig it off the boards. Good exit pass. Chipped up by Mullman. Successful penalty kill by Shakopee. Farrell chips it up. Addie Hamilton. Oh, Charlotte's got to get onside, and no. So Addie didn't see that Charlotte was racing back and threw it in the zone, and that's an offsides. Easy call for the refs to make. We got Anderson, Shane, and Dish out at forwards. Montgomery and Howard. Defense. Shakopee controls the face-off. Montgomery throws it deep. Dish will give chase. Here's Anderson. Anderson gathers it. Up the boards. Shane and Howard collapse. Howard with a nice play. Shane chips it up. Now she's cutting. Jordan hits her with the pass. Knocked away by Shakopee. Good effort. Good give and go. So good idea by Dish and Shane. Anderson, great play. Picks the pocket of that defender. Dish looks for a defender. Oh. Howard with kind of a pass in there. Had Shane. Shane couldn't quite connect. Tries to find Dish in the slot. Disrupted by Shakopee. Oh, good play here. Howard with some good stick work there to get it in, but Shakopee's able to knock it away. Good poke check by Anderson. Montgomery over to Shane. Great pass. Just gets away from her. Shane's able to get it back on her foot. Or kicks the puck up to her stick. Gets a shot. Goes wide. 8:25 left in the first. 0-0. Shakopee gathers behind their net. Forecheck is on by the Hornets. Anderson tries to get the shot off, partially deflected by Shakopee. Lommel with pressure. Nice play by Lauren Lommel. This is good defensive hockey. Starts behind the other net. Get that forecheck on, force the turnover. Lockhart flips it off the boards, tries to push that forward. Shakopee gets it back in. Stokes is there, gathers, goes up the board. Oh, and Kaylee's able to clean that one up. Shot on Kaylee, soft shot. She's able to scoop it up and cover it, no problem. We'll have a face-off. Kaylee's left, my right, the viewer's right. 0-0 with 7:38 to go. So Edina with a couple of scoring chances, but nothing too much. Real defensive battle so far. Two on two. Oh, good shot, good save by Kaylee. She covers it. We'll have another face-off. So we've got Rebstock, Shane, and Dish at forwards. Lockhart and Montgomery at D. Kaylee in the goal. Rebstock giving chase. Good stick work there by Shakopee player. Montgomery off the boards, up to Dish. Dish tries to get it out of the zone. Shakopee keeps. A backhand from distance. Rebstock. Another one from distance. Lockhart flex that, goes in the back corner. Able to get it. Dish up to Shane. Shane able to cover, tries the long backhand over to Rebstock. Rebstock to Shane. Shane looks. So goalie ended up intercepting it. It looked like Shane was trying to do a little sauce over the Dish on the weak side post, but the goalie wisely snatched that out of the air. So face off to the goalie's right. Shane will take the face off. Edina controls, long shot from distance. Anna Rebstock gathers it up. She takes that off the board. There's Dish. Dish looking for Shane in the slot, intercepted by Shakopee. Edina Montgomery from distance. She shoots that in. Boy, she has a nice shot. Accurate. Great rebound. Want to see a few more of those. Oh, boy, they had Shane with a one-timer. Just not quite able to connect. Shane tried to push it up to Dish in the slot. Ooh, little physical play there. Jordan Dish goes down. Looks like she's okay. MB Howard gathers, takes it behind the net, picks up some steam, got it on the backhand, takes it out of the zone. Shakopee's able to get the turnover. Here's Montgomery. Montgomery cross ice pass. Oh boy, has Howard. I think they're going to get an icing. Just a little bit flatter if they could add a little bit of a flatter rebound. Anderson was there, but just out of her reach, and that one long ended up being a icing. Hamilton will take the face off. Stokes is going to gather it behind her own net. Wisely flips it up the boards. In a moment, chips it out. Edina's cleared the zone. Lockhart picks it up. And offsides. All right, another face-off. And another quick offsides. So let's get the players out here. Anderson, Hamilton, Mulman, Stokes, and Lockhart are your five on the ice. Stokes wisely, she's patient there. She saw the kids had gone off sides, their teammates, so she took her time, sends it deep, brings the pressure. Good footwork by Hamilton. Backhand pass over, intercepted by Shakopee. Shakopee, nice pass up the middle. Hornets give chase. Got to watch the weak side, girls. Ooh. Kelly was able to get that save, deflected, and fortunately went wide of the rushing Shakopee player. So new legs on the ice. 4:13 left in the first. Had quite a bit of stoppage time. Not a lot of free flow here. It seems like we're getting a whistle about every minute. Not a lot of penalties, just generally offsides, icing, just stoppage. Pucks going up over the boards. So it just hasn't had a flow to it just yet. Okay, Shane's able to get it. Shot goes wide. Farrell battles along the boards. Shane comes over. Shakopee looks to exit. They can't get it through the neutral zone. Good pressure by the Hornets. Shane's able to bring it up. She's got Farrell, Lama with her. Shane puts it on net. Goalie with a good blocker save. Shakopee tries to counter. They throw it deep. Montgomery gives chase.
Okay, so we have an announcer change. We now have Rebstock on the announcement. Shane's had guests come in. Got my bearings here a little bit, so it might take me a minute. Sorry for the jiggly tripod, but we'll make the best of it. Right now, we've got the Rebstock Hamilton dish line on offense. Stokes and Lockhart at D. Rebstock passes it back to Stokes. Stokes in front of the net. Dish with a good shot, just deflected wide. Back to Stokes. Stokes trying to work through traffic. Pops it into the corner. Over to Hamilton. Hamilton trying to fish it out. Back to Stokes. Stokes back through traffic. Gets knocked out of our zone. Into neutral ice. And they carry it in to Edina zone. Got Lockhart battling. Hamilton comes up with it over to Rebstock. Rebstock battling on the sideboards. Knocks it out of the zone into neutral ice. Puck still in neutral ice. Gets into the offensive zone by Dish. Dish and Shane. Shane battling on the sideboards into the corner. Knocks it back behind the net. Over to Molman. Molman back to Shane. Shane back to traffic. Back to Howie. Howie coming up the gut. Take a shot. Goalie tries to cover it. Gets popped out into the corner. Shane gets it, brings it around. Headed towards Molman. They come up with it, unfortunately. Bring out of the zone in neutral ice. Molman hard after it. Vina knocks it off her stick. Back through neutral ice. Vina carries in an offense. Shot just wide into the corner. Rings around to Molman. Molman trying to keep it in. Actually Shane keeps it in, knocks it into the corner. They bring it out. Looks like it's headed towards the icing call. There we go. Icing. Score still 0-0. 8 seconds left in the first. 8.5 seconds left in the first. I got a line change here. Got Hamilton, Farrell, Lommel and offense, and Howie and Montgomery at D. Puck gets knocked to the sideboards, and Shakopee comes with it, and that's the end of the period. So, a few good shots on goal during the period. Not the most offense we've seen in any of our games, but so far still 0-0. So we got a minute pause here till the start of the second. Okay, we got the start of the second. Switch sides. We're going to have the Hamilton, Lommel, and Farrell line up front. We got Maddie Stokes and L. Lockhart at D. Shakopee's all set. They've only got 4 players out, waiting on a 5th. Here she comes. There we go. Now we're off for the second. Puck gets knocked back to Farrell. Farrell knocks it back to Lockhart. Lockhart up to Lommel. Lommel's trying to carry it through the neutral zone. Carries it into the offensive zone. Hamilton comes up with it. Towards the net. No one there to make use of it. So it gets knocked back to Shakopee. Shakopee's battling with Lauren Lommel. Oh, she gets taken off the puck. Hamilton comes up with it in the corner. Still battling with Shakopee for it. Hamilton comes up, knocks it back towards the net. Lommel takes a shot on goal, backhanded shot, and it gets covered by the goalie. Well, we got a little fisticuffs there. Stay classy, girls. Don't need to break a nail or nothing. Okay, have a line change here for both. Or no, just line change for Shakopee. Addie at center. Looking to... puck gets knocked back into the Shakopee corner. Shakopee comes up with it, knocks her on the net. Gets pushed around again by Charlotte Farrell. L. Lockhart battling on the sideboards here for it. Comes up, pops out, back behind the net. Farrell hard after it. Got to spread out a little bit, girls. Shakopee comes up with it, knocks it out, gets it out of the neutral ice. Through neutral ice. Gets knocked over to Farrell. We got a penalty call here. Looks like Farrell's going in the box. Maybe a high stick. I didn't quite see it. Okay, we're going to go on a penalty kill here, unfortunately. Start the second period. 13:59 left in the second. I got a 2-minute penalty for Charlotte Farrell. Looks like a high stick call. And score still 0-0. Puck gets dropped. Shane at center. Back to Vina Montgomery. Shane on the sideboards battling. Shane passes it out. Dish hopefully comes up with it. Shakopee's hard after it too. Shakopee and Jordan are battling. Meanwhile, I got Sean Farrell in the camera here for some reason. Back to Shakopee. Shakopee carries it to the neutral zone into Edina zone. Take a shot on goal. Kaylee knocks it wide. Montgomery comes up with it behind and gets it out. Probably not going to ice. Moving a little too slow. Moving right towards the goalie. So Shakopee hard after it. They come up to it. Shane provides some defense back in the zone. Back to neutral ice. Shakopee and Jordan battling. Shane there mixing it up too. Shakopee carries it into our zone. Vina battling in the corner. Just popped out to center. Jordan comes up with it and gets knocked back out. Get an offsides call here. It did just make it across the blue line before it got knocked in by Shakopee. Okay, doing pretty good. 58 seconds left on the penalty kill. 12:57 left in the second. Score still 0-0. Getting the line change here. Of Stokes, Lommel, Rebstock, and Lockhart out there now. Lommel at center. Puck gets dropped. Gets knocked back to Lockhart. Lockhart knocks it up to Rebstock. Rebstock knocks it into neutral ice and follows shortly thereafter. Goes into the Shakopee zone with it. Hard after behind the net. Rebstock still battling. Lommel's able to keep it in the zone. Oh, Rebstock knocks down Lommel. That wasn't the best thing to do. Shakopee comes up with it. Back to Rebstock. Rebstock knocks it forward through the neutral zone. Not quite into the Shakopee zone. Shakopee coming in with it. Picked up again by Maddie Stokes. Lommel hard after it. Lommel's able to get it back behind the net. Rings it around into the corner. Shakopee with a shot at the point. Rebstock blocks it. Knocks it out through the central zone and it's going to be ice on it. Okay. 9 seconds left in the penalty kill. Feeling all right with the penalty kill. We'd like nice to score a goal though. We got Riley Anderson and Addie Hamilton out there for offense. Offensive line switch. Still have Stokes and Lockhart back for D. 9 seconds left in the penalty kill. Puck drop. Addie knocks it forward. Riley to come up with it. Knocks it through the neutral zone. Hard after it into the Shakopee zone. We're back to full strength. Looks like they're going to put Sienna Molman out. So Sienna, Addie, and Anderson at offense. And Stokes and Lockhart at D. Puck gets knocked to the Shakopee player in the neutral zone. Lockhart comes up with it, battling hard through, knocks it into the corner, and then continues hard after it, back behind the net. Puck knocked back to the corner. Molman comes up with it at the point, takes a shot, and blocked by the goalie. Hamilton battling in the corner, back behind the net. Chasing Shakopee for it. Anderson able to knock it back. Ref actually stops it with his skates. Shakopee comes back up with it and skating back through the neutral zone. Vina's looking hungry for the puck. She knocks it off a stick. Keeps it just inside the zone. Been offsides called. Oh, no, it's a penalty call. Okay. Got a call on Riley Anderson. Apparently she wanted to visit her dad in the box. We're back on a penalty kill. Not a great way to start the second period. 11:06 left in the second. 2-minute penalty for Riley Anderson. Looks like a hooking call. Puck drop. Nora Shane. She's able to knock it forward to a defensive player from Shakopee. They take a shot on goal. Puck gets deflected and knocked into the corner. Got Jordan Dish battling for it along the sideboards. Back to the point. Gets knocked back towards net by Shakopee. Shane hard after it. Tries to get past Shakopee. Not quite able to do it. Vina Montgomery chasing the puck back into the corner. Doing some stick handling work. Back to the point. Point takes another slapper at it. Not really effective. Knocks it into the corner. Back to Shakopee. Shakopee swarming the net right now. Howie able to come up with it. Gets knocked up her stick by Shakopee. And Kaylee's able to cover. Okay, 1:15 left in the penalty kill. 10:21 left in the period. Score still 0-0. Use a little more offense on this, but it's hard to do so when you're working on a penalty kill. Line change here. You got Rebstock, Lommel at offense, Lockhart, and Montgomery at D. Okay, ref saying that Howie needs to stay back out there and Lockhart has to go up and bench. Don't know what that call was about. Puck gets dropped. Vina comes up with it. Montgomery back in the corner, looking for a battle. Knocks it out in this neutral ice across. Doesn't going to make icing. So Rebstock right after it. Rebstock able to fight her way through traffic and get into the zone over to Lommel. Quite a few players here. Okay. Puck is pushed back into Edina zone. A lot of traffic in front of the net. Deflected into the corner. Rebstock hard after it. Gets puck knocked back into neutral zone, back into Shakopee ice. Rebstock hard after it. Lommel on the other side. Lommel's able to keep it in the zone. Rebstock comes up with a neutral zone. Knocks it back to Montgomery. Montgomery back into the neutral zone. Shakopee comes up with it. Take a shot on goal. Kaylee deflects into the corner. Lockhart after it. Lockhart's able to knock it a little bit forward. Shakopee knocks it back. Lockhart back behind the net. Takes a big swing at it. Knocks it out into neutral ice across, and it's actually going to be an icing call. Okay, so this one's coming back. And the penalty kill's over. Okay, penalty kill over. Lockhart's able to knock it towards the net. Try to keep it in the zone here. Knocks it back into the corner. Got Addie Hamilton after it. Covered by two Shakopee players. Able to knock it out towards his net. Gets whacked back by Shakopee. Puck just laying there. Nobody's deciding to get it. Hamilton goes after it. Back into the corner. Shakopee comes up with it. Farrell there to cause some trouble. Farrell and Hamilton battling. Gets popped out to Molman. Molman's able to drive it back towards the net. Shakopee comes up with it. Shakopee knocks it through. Sent neutral ice. Lockhart comes up with it in our zone. Back behind the net. Takes a slide and stop. Knocks it out. Gets covered by the defensive Shakopee player. Lockhart's able to knock it back out to the neutral zone. For Charlotte, Farrell, Molman, and Stokes comes up with it in our zone. Looking for another player to pass it to. Unfortunately, Shakopee whacks it off her stick. Back to Hamilton. Hamilton skating through the neutral zone, gets it knocked off her stick by Shakopee and back into the Edina zone. Back to Maddie Stokes, into the corner. Little battle here for the puck in the corner. Shakopee getting some help. Edina getting some help. Unfortunately, gets knocked on the ground. L. Lockhart comes up with it. Puts it off across the neutral zone, and it's going to be another icing call. Okay, this one's coming back. Okay, another puck drop. Shane out there. Back to Kaylee. To Montgomery. Behind the net. Rings it around to Dish. Dish looking for someone to pass to. Passes it up to Shane. Well, just misses her stick. But it ends up being a shot on goal, so it's going to stay in the Shakopee zone. Shakopee comes up with it. Back behind the net. Rebstock there to try and cover. Shakopee continues to carry the puck through the neutral zone. Back to Howie. Howie's able to knock it back forward. Doesn't find anyone's stick, but Shakopee. Shakopee comes up with it again, getting through the neutral zone. Looking to pass in. Back to Montgomery. Montgomery to Shane. Shane through the neutral zone. Takes a shot on goal. The goalie. Goalie's not able to catch it. Back to Rebstock. Rebstock trying to get it over to Dish. Goal. Puck finally covered by the goalie. A little bit of offense there. Still got 6:17 left in the second period. Looks like we're sticking with Dish, Shane, and Rebstock out in offense, and Howie and Montgomery at D. Shakopee has a line change. Puck gets knocked back to Howie. Howie at the point takes a shot on goal. Goalie gloved it down. Score still 0-0. We could be using a little bit more offense here. This is our offensive line, I guess, but another shot on goal off the post. That was a tough one. Shane comes up with it back behind the net, doing some stick work in the corners. Shakopee steals the upper stick, and we got a penalty. Looks like Shakopee's going in the box now. They're kind of mugged Shane for the puck. Ref's being a little liberal with his penalties here. I wouldn't call that a penalty, especially on a girl as short as she is. But yeah, so we have it. Shakopee going for another line change. We're sticking with the Dish, Shane, Rebstock line up front, and Howie and Montgomery at D. It'll be a 5-on-4 here, power play for the Hornets. Shane comes up with it, back behind the net, look for someone at the net to pass it to. No one there. Dish back over into the corner. Dish rings it back around. Rebstock to hopefully recover. Gets a stick lift from the Shakopee player. Back to Montgomery. Montgomery gets the stolen upper stick over to Howie. Howie's looking for someone to pass to. Howie passes the Dish. Dish looking for someone at the net. No one's there. Shakopee comes up with it, rings it around over to Montgomery. Montgomery's got it, looking for a shot. Passes it up to Rebstock. No one at the net. Shakopee comes up with it, battling, trying to get out of their zone. We could definitely use some shots on goal here, girl. Shakopee's able to cover it, going through the neutral zone into Edina offense. Oop. Shane loses it off her stick. Over to Dish. Dish to Rebstock, who's halfway through the neutral zone. Gets it knocked off her stick. Shane gathers it up. Rebstock pass across, no offsides. Shane to the net. And a shot on goal. Goes up and over the goalie. Shane recovers over to Montgomery. Montgomery with it. Looking for get a little closer. Maybe a little shot on goal. Up. Nope. Multiple shots on goal, and we just can't get anything past this lady. Puck gets ringed around, back around the net to Howie. Howie picks it up, looking for a shot. Takes a shot on goal, gets covered by the goalie, and the goalie covers the puck. So again, a little more offense, but 34 left in the penalty kill, 4:30 left in the second period. Score still 0-0. Line change for us. We got Molman, Hamilton, and Anderson out there on offense. Lockhart and Stokes at D. Puck gets pushed out to Riley. She takes a shot wide on the goal. Puck gets knocked back to Stokes. Stokes with another shot from the point goes wide into the corner. Shakopee hard after it. Molman cover. Molman recovers it. Pushes it forward. Shakopee comes up with it. Over to Stokes in the point. Stokes gathers it up along sideboards. Pushes up in the corner. Addie can't quite get it on her stick in the corner. Goes back behind the net. Molman and Hamilton battling for it. Gets pushed again back in the corner to Lockhart. Lockhart with a shot on goal. Gets deflected by Hamilton, unfortunately. Hamilton looking for a shot. A little stick battle. Over on the sideboards. Gets pushed out to Riley. Anderson back on the blue line. Pushes it forward to Hamilton. Hamilton tries to get it. Back to Anderson. Gets knocked to the sideboard by Shakopee. And the penalty kill's over, and they're back to full strength. Stokes with it, gathers it up in the neutral zone. Skates it in, takes a shot on goal. Okay, that's Stokes with it again. Molman gets it knocked off the Shakopee stick. Up to Hamilton. Hamilton battling on the sideboard for it. Back to Molman. Molman looking for a shot. Molman takes one. Pad saved by the goalie. Anderson and Hamilton battling for the puck. Shakopee gathers it up in the sideboards. Over to Hamilton. Hamilton gets it knocked up her stick. Back to Montgomery. Montgomery gets knocked down on the sideboards. Shakopee comes up with it. Back behind the net. Looking for someone to pass for. Oh. Oh, Anderson right here in front. Shane able to carry it into the zone. Okay, shot on goal. Bad save by the goalie. Okay, another puck drop here in the Shakopee zone. We got Shane, Lommel, and Farrell out here at offense, and Howie and Montgomery at D. Shane's able to win it back, looking for someone to pass it to, kicks it forward. Back to Howie. Howie leads it into the neutral zone. Shakopee comes up with it. Shakopee takes a light slap towards the net, goes back behind. Montgomery comes up with it, knocks into the corner. Got Howie hard after it. Gets flopped out back to Montgomery. Montgomery pushes it up to Shane. Shane can't quite get it, and Shakopee knocks it back in for an offsides ball. This is coming to center ice because apparently they think it was deliberate. We got Lommel, Shane, and Farrell out there on offense. Shane knocks it back. Gets knocked back to Howie. Howie looking for a pass. Farrell can't quite gather it up, and this will probably be icing. Yep, icing call. They come back down to the Edina zone. Okay. Bucket's knocked forward. Shakopee gathers it up. Gets deflected off of Hamilton's shin guard. Hamilton with a breakaway here. Hamilton with a shot on goal, but the goalie covers it. Trying to get it back to the net. Hamilton looking for a pass. Passes it back to Montgomery. Montgomery back to the corner. Rings around to Jordan. Dish back behind the net. Gets knocked up for a stick by Shakopee. Shakopee skating it out. Coming hard through the zone. You got Howie and Montgomery back there on D. Shakopee takes the shot. Taylor deflects it. Howie back behind the net to Rebstock. Rebstock skates it out. Over to Dish. Dish going through the neutral zone. Carrying it hard in. Gets it swiped off her stick. Rebstock comes up with it. Dish. Plenty of shots on it. Jeez. Goalie's doing the stand on her head trick. She's stopping everything, which is fantastic for her, but not great for us. Howie's trying to get out of the zone, gets it out of the zone. Battle on the sideboards. Howie comes up with it. Howie skating through the neutral zone, looking for a pass over to Rebstock. Rebstock tries to gather it up, gets knocked back to Stokes. Stokes through the neutral zone into Shakopee territory. Shakopee hard after it in the corner. Rebstock following. Back to the sideboards, over to Shane. Shane and Stokes are kind of battling for the puck together and spread out a little bit. Over to Shane. Shane's able to get to center ice. And she's able to get one in. Great job, Shane. So 15.2 seconds left in the second period, and we got our first goal of the game. Shane with a... What's that?
Was there an assist?
No, she skated in. No assist for Nora Shane. Straight up goal. She skated in the zone, carried it through, and straight into the back of the net. So we're going to stick with Shane at center, but we got Molman on left wing and Anderson at right. Stokes and Lockhart at D. And that's the end of the period. Future period scores 1-0 Edina on a goal by Shane late in the second. I'll take another minute break here. Okay, we got to start of the second. Score is 1-0. Another 15 minutes, and we can all go home. We got Shane at center, Anderson on right wing, Molman on left. Shane's able to battle it forward into the offensive zone. Hard after it in the corner. Is it knocked out? Shakopee looking to come up with it. Molman hard after it. Molman over to Anderson. Anderson knocks it forward into the corner, back behind the net. Shane's able to come up with it in the far corner. Molman providing support in the corner. Knocked out the... Oh, no offsides call there. It's good. Still got a battle. Anderson hard after it, back behind the net. Shakopee knocks it forward in the corner. Stokes there. Stop it. Shakopee comes up with it center ice. Shakopee gets it knocked to the far sideboard. Kaylee's ready. Anderson gets it knocked up her stick. Shakopee takes a shot. Gets it deflected into the far side. Sienna Molman with it. Gets it knocked to Anderson. Anderson battling in the neutral zone. Gets knocked over to Shakopee. Shakopee takes a shot wide over into the corners. Montgomery Howard after it. Up to Lockhart. Lockhart tries to get out of the zone. Skating hard to do it again. There we go. Gets it up to neutral ice. Lockhart through the neutral zone into Shakopee's territory. Battle in the corner for it. Gets popped out for center. Shakopee comes up with it and skates it back out. Got Montgomery and Hamilton back for it. And an offsides call. Oh, no, we got a hooking call. And I got a hooking call on Dish. That's not the greatest development, but whatever. Okay, we're back on the penalty kill. A 2-minute penalty, 13:28 left in the third period. Have Rebstock, Hamilton, and Montgomery out. And the far side, I'm looking at Howie. Hamilton's able to knock it through. Takes it through the neutral zone into Shakopee ice. Battle in the corner. Got a hold. Yeah, a holding call there. It didn't get called by the ref. He's calling everything else, but nothing on Edina. Or nothing for Edina. Shakopee comes up with it behind their net, trying to get out of their zone. Shakopee whiffs on the puck, gets it up to the point. In the neutral zone, Addie Hamilton blocks it with her shin, able to knock it back in. Gets blasted to the sideboard, and Shakopee tries to come up with it and knocks it out in the neutral ice. Montgomery with it, is able to knock it back to Hamilton. Shakopee comes up with it. Through neutral ice, across, looking to bring it into Edina's zone. Edina is able to knock it back out. Howie, and then Montgomery. And Howie again. And we get it knocked back out to neutral ice. Shakopee trying to gather up some steam and get it back through. Shakopee gets it through and into Edina ice. A shot wide on the goal, ends up in the corner. Howie hard after it. Shakopee tries to knock it back. Ref deflects it. Shane comes up with it, skating hard through Edina ice, through the neutral zone. Doing an old 3-on-1 technique here. This is interesting. Takes a shot wide. Puck ends up in the corner. Lommel hard after it. Lommel can't quite gather it. Gets knocked by Shakopee out the neutral ice. Over to Kaylee. Puts the shot on goal. Ends up on Montgomery's stick. Montgomery rings it around, trying to get out of the zone, and Howie's able to gather it up and gets it knocked back out. Shakopee zone. Shakopee gathers it up, knocks it back to the neutral ice. Lommel looking for a puck, gets tripped instead. Hamilton gathers it up, knocks it back, gets it knocked up her stick. Lommel gathers it up and tries to put it in the Shakopee zone again. Back to Lockhart. Lockhart's got it, skating it hard into the Shakopee zone. We're able to make it through the penalty kill. We're back at full strength. Shakopee coming out of their zone, passes it up to Stokes. Stokes back to Farrell. Farrell misses it on her stick. Shakopee gathers it up, takes a light shot on Kaylee, and Kaylee's able to pop it back into the corner. Stokes gathers it up, brings it back around the corner to Farrell. Farrell looking for a way to get out of our zone. Got a sideboard battle here. Shakopee gathers some help to get the puck. Okay. Got Addie in there as well. Puck pops out to Stokes. Stokes able to gather her up. Over to Lockhart. Lockhart carries it into the neutral zone, through the neutral zone, and into Shakopee ice. Getting mugged in the corner. Got another penalty call coming. Ref has his arm raised. Yep, and Shakopee's going in the box. Shakopee. Shakopee's going in the box. Yep. Yeah, I mean, poor L was getting mugged in the corner there. Okay, now Edina's going back on the power play. We've got Shane, Anderson, and Molman out there as offense. Montgomery and Howie at D. 10:32 left in the third. Score still 1-0. Hopefully we can make it 2-0 here with the power play. Molman takes a shot wide. Gets deflected into the corner. Howie hard after it. Knocks it back into the corner. Shane after it. She gets it knocked off her stick. Shakopee gathers it up. Got a battle here. Riley Anderson battling in the corner for it. Knocked back to Shane. Shane takes it off her stick by Shakopee. Shakopee gathers it up, trying to get out of their zone. Able to do so. Howie gathers it up just in the neutral zone. Passes it back to Montgomery. Montgomery to Molman. Molman to Shane, and Shane carries it in. Shane looking for a shot on goal. Great shot. Goalie deflects it with a stick. Over to Molman. Molman in the sideboards. Got Molman up at net. Tries to get it over to Shane. Shane can't quite get there. Gets it knocked over in the corner. Back to Montgomery. Montgomery at the point. Takes a shot. Goalie gloves it. 9:34 left in the third. 1:03 left in the power play. We're going to have a line change here. We got Dish coming out. Rebstock and Hamilton. And Lockhart and Stokes at D. I don't know how Addie thinks she's lining up on the wrong side, but there we go. Okay, got it figured out. Puck drop. Addie almost high sticks the ref in the face. Oh, Addie with a clear shot right into the back of the net. I would say that was a pretty good power play. Score is now 2-0. 9:30 left in the third. Nice drop puck and shot by Addie Hamilton. Clear top shelf goal. No assist there either. That was a puck drop. She gathered it and straight into the goal. Okay. Staying with the same line out there. Hamilton, Rebstock, and Dish at offense, and Lockhart and Stokes at D. Just let it run off. They're complaining about having the penalty. There we go. Okay, they got it off. Okay. Puck drop. Gets one back to Lockhart. Lockhart knocks it forward to Hamilton. Over to Dish. Dish carrying in the zone. Oh, she's looking to take a shot, but she whiffs on it. Fans on the puck. Shakopee comes up with it, skating hard through the neutral zone. Stokes. Lockhart hard after it. Shakopee leaves it off their stick. Back behind the net. Back to Dish. Dish up to Rebstock. Rebstock through the neutral zone. Looking to get past the Shakopee player. Gets knocked back to the backboards. Into the corner. Got a battle here for it. Dish comes up with it. Able to knock it back out. Rebstock with a late shot on goal. Goalie deflects it. Back behind the net. Hard shot to Lockhart. Lockhart from the point. Gets a shin stop by Shakopee. To Dish. Dish looking to take a shot. Back to Rebstock. Rebstock takes a shot. The shot goes wide. It's deflected into the corner. Shakopee comes up with it. Skates it through neutral ice and into the Edina zone. Puck rings around back behind the net. Stokes comes up with it. Shakopee going for a small line change. Stokes pops it forward. Back into the Shakopee zone, rolling towards the net. Goalie deflects, no icing. Shakopee. I apologize. It looks like the stream's gone blurry. I don't know what's going on. It's blurry. I have no idea. I don't know how to fix that one. We just got a goal, but unfortunately, you probably can't see that on the camera. I apologize. I don't exactly know what's going on. I don't know whether I did to wipe off the screen or... There we go. Okay. Something happened to the camera there, but Shane just got a goal off the puck drop, so we're up to 3-0. 8 minutes left in the second. We got Shane, Farrell, and Lommel out at offense. Vina, Montgomery, and Mybella Howard on D. Vina comes up with it in the Shakopee zone, trying to get it out to neutral ice. Succeeds. Back to Shane. Shane's got it. Skating it across over to Lommel. Lommel battling for it over into the corner. Follows it. Shakopee gathers it up. A little minor battle at the end of the ice there for the puck. Okay. I don't know what we're calling here. Ref is being awfully aggressive with the penalty. So now it looks like Edina's going back on a penalty kill. We got Lommel going to the box for no idea. Don't know what that call was, but got Lommel going to the box now. Puck's coming all the way back down to the Edina zone. Okay, we're going back on a penalty kill with 7:24 left in the third. Molman's able to get the puck drop and knock it out to neutral ice. Shakopee gathers it up, carries it back in, puts the puck back behind the net. Howie comes up with it. Howie over to the sideboards. Shakopee again. Shot on goal. Kaylee deflects. Vina comes up with it. Vina knocks over to the sideboards. Shakopee trying to put another attempt on net. Doesn't quite get there. Gets it back in the corner, and Vina gathers it up. Montgomery airs the puck out, sends it for icing all the way down the other net. 1:27 left in the penalty kill. 6:53 left in the third period. Edina up 3-0. So we got another minute 27, a penalty kill here. We're staying with the same line. We got Molman at center, Anderson on wing. Now we got Stokes and Lockhart back in D. Puck gets knocked over to Stokes. Stokes battling in the corner for it. Shakopee comes hard after it. Molman able to gather it up, knocked it into center and neutral ice, back into the Shakopee zone. Shakopee hard after it. 1:15 left in the penalty kill. Puck gets gathered in the neutral zone by Stokes. She passes it forward. Not quite able to make it to Shakopee zone. Puck gets knocked back to Lockhart. Lockhart had after it, back behind the net. Again, knocks it up forward to Anderson. Can't quite get there. Shakopee steals it. Gets knocked towards the net. Anderson able to gather it up and knocks it out through neutral ice into the Shakopee zone. Anderson gets knocked down. So that'll be a penalty on Shakopee now. So we'll have a 4-on-4 for about 45 seconds. I guess we're not calling a penalty on that. Whatever. Puck gets knocked back to Shakopee. Shakopee with a light shot on goal. Kaylee's able to stop it. Kaylee's able to stop the next one. Now we got 38 seconds left in the penalty kill. No penalty call on Shakopee for the fisticuffs over on the sideboard, though. Okay. We have Rebstock, Dish, Lockhart, Stokes out there. Dish at center. Puck gets pushed back to Shakopee. Shakopee takes a shot. Dish able to recover it. Dish out to the neutral zone. Can't quite get the puck to Rebstock. Shakopee recovers and dumps it back in. Kaylee's able to gather the puck up. Lockhart with it back behind the net. Looking for a pass to get it out of the zone. Got a Shakopee player that just decided to fall down. Lockhart again over to Dish in the neutral zone. Dish going hard after it in the Shakopee zone. Oh, looking to... Jeez. Dish gets pushed into the goal by the Shakopee player, so no penalty there, but the net's off its mooring, so that'll have to be fixed first. Puck's going to come out to neutral ice. Got Dish, Rebstock, Montgomery, Howie out there now. Ref still resetting the net. We're all back in action. We got 4 seconds left in the penalty kill, 5:30 left in the game. Montgomery able to gather together, knocks it into the Shakopee zone, and we're back to full strength. Shakopee gathers it up in the zone, skating it out to neutral ice. Dish looking to be a pest. Gets it knocked back to Hamilton. Hamilton going hard into the corner. Shakopee zone. Tries to knock back to Montgomery. Got a cross check by Shakopee, so they will be going to the box now. Now we're going to have a power play. Got a cross check, it looks like. Making a penalty call on our favor for once. Now we have Rebstock, Hamilton, and Dish out on offense. Montgomery, Howie, and D. Puck dropped in the Shakopee zone. Gets dropped, but doesn't get knocked very far. Rebstock trying to recover it. She does recover it. Skating across the zone. Looking for a pass. Gets passed into the Shakopee skates over into the corner. Shakopee battling back behind the net. Hamilton's back there. Duking it out with Shakopee. Puck gets knocked in the corner. Hamilton hard after it. Back behind the net again. Hamilton back in the corner. Looking for, now we're going out to the point. Howie gathers it up, knocks it out. Rebstock gathers, looking for a pass. Pass over to Dish. Dish to the net. Unfortunately, Hamilton's not able to pop it in. Howie hard after it in the corner. Good for her. Rebstock comes back to the point. Shakopee gathers it up, trying to get it out from behind the net. Hamilton gathers it up. Hamilton takes a soft shot on net. No goal. 4:17 left in the period. 1:10 left in our power play. Puck gets knocked out to the neutral zone. Hamilton gathers it up, knocks it back in. Ref gets a nice puck to the elbow. Shakopee gathers it up in the net. Hamilton goes off for a change. Montgomery out there. Now we have Shaner back in the Edina zone. She pops it up and out. Dish. Dish gathers it up, looking to fight off a Shakopee player. Takes it hard towards the net. Takes a shot on goal. Doesn't quite go in. Goes wide. Rebstock on the other side. Shakopee pops it out to neutral zone. Back to Vina Montgomery. Montgomery to Lockhart. Lockhart looking for a pass to to Rebstock. Rebstock to Shane. Shane, just wide. He's looking for an open spot on the goalie's right shoulder. Puck in the corner. Got Lommel battling for it. To Lockhart. Lockhart back to Farrell. Farrell across. Shakopee gathers it up. Knocks it out into the neutral zone. Farrell gathers it up. Looking for a pass up to Lommel. Lommel's got it. Lommel knocks it in. Shakopee gathers it up. Back to Farrell. Farrell can't quite keep it on her stick and it gets knocked into the corner. 2:58 left in the third. Shakopee's back to full strength. Score is still 3-0. Stokes along the sideboards. Gets the puck popped out. Trying to keep in the Shakopee zone. We do. Shane gathers it up. Skating hard towards the net. Loses it off her stick, unfortunately. Back into the corner. Shane still battling. 2 Shakopee players on her. Puck gets pushed back to Stokes. Stokes takes a shot, goes wide into the corner. Over to Farrell. Farrell knocks it back into the corner. Shakopee comes up with it. Shaner with a pad save. Keeps it in the zone. Shakopee gathers it back out to neutral ice. Shakopee skating through. Got 3 Edina players on her, though, so it's going to be tough to make anything happen there. Stokes able to ring it around to Farrell. Farrell's able to knock it out, and we're probably going to get an icing call here. Yep, fair enough. Gives us time for a line change. 2:07 left in the period. Score still 3-0. Looks like we're going with Moman, Anderson, and Hamilton on offense, and Montgomery and Howie at D. Puck drop to Hamilton. Hamilton knocks it back to Montgomery. Montgomery back around in the corner for Hamilton. Hamilton skating it through. Over to Moman. Moman skating it in. Looking for a shot. Fans on it. Back to Hamilton. Hamilton takes the shot. It gets deflected into the side. Shakopee comes up with it. Battling to get out of their zone. Pops it over to Shakopee player in the neutral ice. Howie's there. Puck gets pushed into Edina, back behind the goal. We got Vina Montgomery half after it. Anderson battling on the sideboards, trying to get out of our zone. Puck gets knocked back. Montgomery hard after it. 2 Shakopee players on her. She's able to wind her way around through. Over to Molman. Molman knocks it through neutral ice. Hamilton hard after it. Hamilton towards the net. She just buries it. Great goal. Another great goal by Addie Hamilton. So now we're 4-0. 1:12 left in the period. 1:12 left in the game, actually. So Edina found their offense in the third period, which is a good thing. 112 left. A line change. Shaner, Dish, and Rebstock out at offense. Stokes and Lockhart at D. Stokes rings it around right in front of the net. Two Shakopee players waiting for her. She makes it out to neutral ice. Through neutral ice into the Shakopee zone, going hard after it. 58 seconds left in the period. Puck gets knocked off her stick. Rebstock gathers it back at the point. Tries to take a shot. Gets deflected by a Shakopee player. Gathered up by Edina. Got a backhanded shot by Shaner. Goes wide. Back to Stokes. Puck bounces off skates and sticks. Staying on the sideboards. And Shakopee's able to get it out into neutral ice. Shaner knocks it forward. Lockhart's able to gather it in Edina ice. Back behind the net. Yep, fans on it as she gets it knocked off the stick by Shakopee. Stokes able to ring it around to Rebstock. Rebstock's got a Shakopee player. She pops it over stick and into neutral ice. Has it up, keeps going into Shakopee zone. 15 seconds left. Probably not much time for a shot, but at least we're keeping in the Shakopee zone. 5 seconds left. Shakopee trying to get it out. Back to Shaner. Shane got it. One more shot on goal, and it gets deflected. Shot wide. Okay, final is 4-0 Edina. Not the prettiest game we played, but a win's a win. There you have it. On to the next game, which will be on tomorrow at noon, playing 15UB against Minnetonka at Minnetonka at Pagel. So